And I'm a co-founder of Bridge Collective, which is a Chrome extension app that plays nicely with our networks and helps us activate our existing networks and expand them and bridge them all in a relationship first way.
Perfect, perfect. Welcome. And yes, I'm excited to get our new book started too. That will be a wonderful thing in your community. Let's go over to Erica. Hello, hello.
Hi, I'm Erica Buckles. My company, Becoming Playful, provides science-backed nervous system first support that parents need to move out of chronic burnout into more connection with their kiddos. And I am outside Washington, D.C., and I did Midlife Reimagined with Kathy. That was so awesome. Okay,
Yay.
thank you.
Perfect, perfect. Welcome. Britika.
Yes, hi. My name is Trika. I recently grew up here in North Carolina. I just started working corporate as an intern, and I definitely want to join this event to learn more, especially from like-minded women like you guys.
Perfect. Well, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here. Mary Carroll, how about you?
Hi, so I'm Mary Carroll. I'm originally from Texas, which is the South, so I have a double first name. But I am a behavioral scientist. I did my PhD at Harvard Business School and my postdoc at Stanford School of Medicine. I've been mostly in big tech the last decade, so Apple, Meta, Google. I did move to Africa for a role with Ernst& Young, but I've also had a whole bunch of layoffs. So I am trying to find a way to pivot with AI. And I'm also really interested in becoming a speaker and a writer. And so I'm in a pivot and I'm excited to learn from everybody. Thanks.
Perfect, perfect. And again, feel free to add your connections on the events you got going on in the chat. And Hala, what you up to?
Good day. I'm here in Los Angeles, California, but you can hop on and we'll go wherever you want to go. Let's have fun together and play because I'm all about joy. So we're so much overwhelmed with the health fads out there, right? Does that sound familiar? So every day we are bombarded with conflicting advice about what to eat, what to do, what is truly healthy. Think of me as your well-being shopper in your pocket, helping you understand how your environment, food, thoughts, and feelings influence your health and well-being every day. So let's connect and live a simple, joyful, and energized life. I'm Hale with HealthSpan and Cell Resonance Quantum Coach. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Amy, how about you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Au. I founded Innovate You, my business, after 25 years in corporate in technology sector. And I work with women in STEM leaders who are stepping into bigger influence. I help them to strengthen their executive presence and lead strategic and inclusive change without losing their authenticity through transformative coaching. As an ICF professional certified coach and Sassoon certified advisor, I do speak, I do workshops and coach on one-on-one and team basis. And I also volunteer as a certified I'm Remarkable facilitator to help women particularly and also underrepresented groups to build the confidence on self-promoting themselves. So I'm glad to be here and connect with you all.
Perfect. Welcome, welcome. Sue, how about you?
Hi everyone, Sue Maitland in Victoria, BC, Canada. I was in one of Kathy's books, Midlife Reimagined, and love the women I'm meeting in this group. I've had some one-on-ones with a number of the ladies here and just love it. My passion is really helping people transition into living a life where they have overcome their imposter syndrome and they are truly stepping into their power. And it's something I lived with during my entire tech career. And so now I'm on a mission to help people. They don't have to be in tech, but I have a bit of an affinity for women in STEM, having been in that there for decades. So I'm a professional coach, ICF accredited, but I also run workshops. I just finished putting up a workshop. Actually, it's going to be live in Victoria. And I'm also looking to do imposter syndrome workshops virtually. So anybody who's interested in learning more about that, I'd love to hear from you. And I'll put my contact, my LinkedIn in the chat. Good to see you
Thank you.
all.
Thank you. Jenya, how about you?
Hello everyone, I'm in Boulder, Colorado. I have been a personal development coach for 15 plus years, also ICF accredited, and I do leadership coaching, emotional wellness coaching, life coaching, relationship, pretty much a big different areas. So I'm excited to be here.
Perfect, perfect. Welcome, welcome. And let's move over to one of our spotlight speakers, and then we'll come back to some introductions. And so we're going to start with Jennifer Irwin. Jennifer, you want to tell us a bit about where you are, who you are, what you're up to?
So I am Jennifer Irwin. I am a career HR executive, along with a founder of a firm on the side where I provide both employers and individuals with coaching tools and resources to make fundamental pivots within either their organization or their own life to ultimately change their trajectory. And so I coach both individuals and organizations, as well as on the side. I do career counseling. I help people do job search, how they prepare their resume, how they send out their brand, and how they actually go out and source jobs for themselves, and how they take an opportunity when networking to help create a job for themselves with whoever they're working with. So it's been very interesting. One of my fractional gigs actually has become a full-time gig. And so I'm doing that now, and then doing some of my own stuff on the side. And I'm currently in Toronto.
Perfect, perfect. And Jennifer is one of the authors in the new book we've got coming out. So on the 30th, we've got a new book coming out. And here it is, The Lead Her Ship, Women Leading with Purpose. And actually the three speakers we have today are all in this book. So definitely we'll get all that information out to you. And Jennifer, do you want to tell us a little bit about what your chapter's like in that book? And what part of your journey are you sharing?
Yeah, so I'm happy to share, although I encourage everybody to, if you haven't purchased a copy on the 30th, please go and purchase, whether it's on the Kindle app or a paperback copy, so it starts counting towards us being a bestseller. Because the proceeds from this book go to such a great charity in Africa, a young women's group, where it helps them learn how to become entrepreneurs so they can get out of abusive and emotionally scarring relationships. So it's something I'm very passionate about, always having through my life made my purpose has been to help individuals and organizations make changes and scale their lives or their organization, as I said. So my chapter talks a little bit about my upbringing on a farm and what values and things that I learned about growing up. And then when I got into the real world of business outside the family farm, some of the experiences that I had were shocking, to say the least, and in one case, like in several cases, disturbing. And what it did to me as an individual. And I went from being this very courageous person to somebody that kind of just recessed in. And because there were times when people would do and say things that I would never think to do and say to anyone else, it caught me so off guard. I couldn't respond. And so I started feeling like that was being very cowardly. And what I realized through my career, I got very interested in neuroscience. And what I learned was the way the brain functions, it's always set to make sure you survive. And so I went into survival mode, and that is either fight, fight, or freeze. And so I did the freeze. And once I started to understand that a little better, I started not punishing myself so much as the HR person in an organization. I'm supposed to be there to support people and help them, stand up and be treated properly. And yet felt like I couldn't do that for myself. And once I started understanding neuroscience, I understood that actually what I was doing was the right thing for me in the moment for a variety of reasons. But I also got to work with some really amazing people, one woman in particular. Her name was Cami, and she gave me this one line that I use all the time now, which really was when somebody does or says something to you that totally catches you off guard, you just say to them, so help me understand, what is your intention by saying that? And so if their intentions are anything other than good, it really kind of takes the power away, right? So I learned some lessons. I learned some things about anxiety. I learned some things about how to control anxiety. And so that's what my chapter covers.
Perfect, perfect. And definitely put all your contact information in the chat so everyone can connect with you. And yes, everybody, do come and buy the book. We'll be sending all the details to you coming up soon. And now we're going to move on to our next spotlight speaker. And now we've got Marie. Marie, do you want to tell us where you're at, what you're up to?
Thank you, Kathy, for having me. Hello, ladies. So great to see some of you that are on the book with me and some of you that are new. So I am coming to you from Miami. And what I do is that I am a CPA and a 10X certified business coach. And I help business owners that are stuck in their revenue or their profit to really find the gap, solve for that, and then tie it all back into their financials. So I'm very heavy as a coach looking at financials compared to maybe some other business coaches. What I'm covering in my chapter, and I have to say, Kathy, was one of those things that got me very emotional while writing, because I can write for business stuff. It's very different, but being vulnerable and opening up, actually, while I was thinking through it, it made me cry and it brought so much awareness even further. So in my chapter, I focus on my upbringing and my life in Lebanon. From the time I was born, there was war, as far as I know. So I've had to live in shelters for years at a time. So it's been a difficult journey, but a very resilient. It has made me very resilient because of that. I also talk about coming to the Western world and getting my education and kind of trying to blend in and kind of losing myself over time and getting married and having children. So I kind of realized I've kind of lost myself. I don't know who I am. So sometimes you want to follow the crowd, but but we're made for more than that. So I share the story of how I was able to find that awareness again and find myself again to be the authentically me again. So, and then I kind of wrap up with my faith and how that has actually helped me become more courageous over time. And that's how I wrapped it up. And I can't wait for you guys to read all the stories of all the women that shared their inspirational leadership stories. And it's really more than just having titles. So congratulations to everyone that's in the book.
Perfect, perfect. And want to tell us a bit about what you do and what you're passionate about in your life these days?
Yeah, so I'll tell you something outside. I didn't put it in the book, but my current passion, not current, but like right now, my focus is my Taekwondo. I have to test for my 3rd-degree black belt by the end of the year. And I've been kind of slacking and I have to be right back on track. So I went back to the dojo this week and I was able to be right in it. So I'm excited. And it's something I don't tell everybody all the time, but it's something that's one thing I found that I do for myself to stay disciplined and structured, and it helps me in my business as well.
Perfect. I love that. Well, thank you for being on as one of our spotlight speakers. That's very
Thank you.
inspiring. But that's a perfect segue to go over to our third spotlight speaker, Susan. You want to tell us all about you and your martial arts side too?
Well, I'm no 3rd-degree black belt for sure. I'm 75, so I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu a year and 4 months ago, but then I took a 6-month hiatus, so it's not even a year. But I love it. I love having the beginner's mind. And I just love it so much. I've been posting a lot on Instagram. I just learned about Instagram 2 months ago. And Instagram is so easy between overlays, colors, music. I mean, Instagram is so much easier than even Facebook or LinkedIn. So I've been posting on there about my jujitsu. And so because I just started jujitsu, I also just started monkey bars about 2 years ago because I had read Peter Attia's book. I forget the title, and he was talking about grip strength for longevity. So his book is just, I love him. I know people may not like him today because of that whole Epstein file, but I still love the book. So I got into gripping and I just went all the way to monkey bars. And I see today a lot of dead man hangs, which I don't know, Kathy, I don't know, it says Maggie ready. But anyway, I just went to the max and I just started to do jujitsu, monkey bars. So I'm just talking into a black screen, but I'll just keep talking.
Oh,
Yeah. So, okay, now you're back. Now you're back. It's just,
we can
anyway,
see you fine.
so now I'm just enjoying my health, my body, and really what's possible. And 2 months ago, why I'm on Instagram is one of my jujitsu colleagues. Everyone is, I think the oldest is maybe upper 30s or 40, like they're half my age. So they come and they video me or they ask for permission. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they say, oh, I want to send this to my mom, my grandmom, because they're your age. And I want them to see, what they can do at 75. And so that gave me the idea that I'm going to create an online course for men and women 55 to 75 about what's possible in those later years, because now that I'm talking to people, I find that the thinking is, their lives are behind them, they're on the decline, they're just too old, and they have all these reasons why they're not happy. And I'm like, oh, don't let that happen because like me getting older, it's wonderful. Sure, I can't do what I used to do, nor do I want to do what I used to do. But life is great. Like there's all of these possibilities out there. Okay, Marie is going for her third-degree black belt. And right? Everyone is younger than, well, I don't know how old you are, but they're much
Everyone is
younger.
younger than me except the grandmaster.
Okay, one person. Because if you Google how many people 75 are taking up Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's always 0. Or if you Google who's taking up monkey bars at 75, it's 0. But not that anyone has to do Jiu-Jitsu or monkey bars or do what I do. No. But what makes you happy, what's possible for you is what, like instead of listening to other people or trying to be other people or be someone else or stop being happy because, okay, you're changing roles, you're getting older, your body's changing. There's still joy out in the world, even if it's simple things like just getting up and walking if you can. And then if it's not even that, there is joy out there, but you just have to find it for yourself. Don't do what I do. I mean, I do because it's what I like. So that's what I want to do, my online course. And it's not about what people are doing so much, like the fitness. I'm not about fitness. I'm not about even how people are thinking. I mean, it's up to them to choose. What I want to dive into in my online is the qualities underneath what makes you happy. Because who I am is I'm a rapid transformational therapist. I'm an RTTer. And I work with Marissa Peer. I don't know who's ever heard of Marissa Peer, but we work with the subconscious, like a few of you do. And we dive and we reverse engineer different issues. Like people will come to me and I get leaders that will come to me with maybe 6 issues, like insomnia, procrastination, maybe confidence, maybe imposter syndrome, whatever, 5 weight, different issues, different addictions. And we only work with one at a time. And I'll take a pen and I'll ask them, if there's one of those 6 issues that you want to dissolve right now, today, what would it be? Always insomnia. They just want to sleep. So I've made that my niche all over LinkedIn, but I think I've niched it too far down. Anyway, this is what I do. I'm a rapid transformational therapist. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, and I work with clients one-on-one. But I would like to do this online course because I know so much, and I've healed so many people, and I love it. I love when people, like after the session, it's a 2-hour session to heal an issue. When they wake up out of the hypnosis, it's like, how do you feel? And I feel light. And then to speak to them the next day and whatever, like, let's say it's a sugar addiction. I'm not even thinking about sugar, or I slept through the night, first time in decades, or whatever the issue is that they're working on. They come to me and it's just miraculous. It's, I feel like a magician. Anyway, my book, the chapter that's in Leadership Purpose, is about an RTT session I had. So I grew up all about survival. 3, 4 years old, homeless men came into our home, and I was scared my whole life. My nervous system was always on high alert, and I learned to do everything alone. And because of that, up until 69 years old, I didn't sleep much, 2-3 hours a night, because I was always hypervigilant. So I needed a session on that. And now I sleep. I don't have, my Fitbit just broke, so I don't have it now. But I get excellent sleep scores now. Now I can sleep. And so the chapter in my one RTT session was about me doing everything alone, perfectionism, people pleasing, all of that. And I realized I don't have to do it alone. And I could actually, and this is part of my online course that I want to present, is because you don't have to do it alone, you can choose a whole different legacy. When I was trying to survive on my own, which I have done everything on my own up until now, 75. I mean, it's been great, but you're always on edge. You're always like trying to be the best. And there's no such thing as perfectionism, but I kept trying, and it's exhausting. And I don't want to be tired all the time anymore. I'm not anymore, but it was because of that session, my RTT session, that now I see life differently. And that's what I do for my clients. They leave my office with a different perspective, with new eyes, new lens. And I see life differently now too. And it's so much more enjoyable when you can, embrace it with other people. And so I'm moving forward with the legacy, for my sons, because they're my biggest reason for living. And that's why I do what I do physically, because I really want to live a long, long time, because I have so much to live for. And so that's my chapter.
And you are so inspiring to all of us. And yes, I don't even think I could do the monkey bars. I might be able to hang off of one, but I definitely wouldn't be able to move far.
But you would do some other kind of gripping.
Yes, right. You're inspiring me to give it a new try. So
good.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Thank you for being with us today. And let's go back to continuing with our introductions. So again, we're doing 30 seconds. So just a quick who you are, where you are, what you're up to, if there's anything going on that you want everyone to know about. And again, make sure you're putting your contact information in the chat so that everybody can connect with everybody. And that is always wonderful to meet women in a community like this. And we're going to go over to Mindy. Hello, Mindy.
Hi, how did I know that you were going to call on me next? Oh, last time we were here, I was just so crazy and travel, but I'm back from Atlanta. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and today is my birthday. So I'm celebrating that.
Happy birthday.
Being in this amazing circle with you women. What I do is I absolutely love working with women and helping them design lives and work on purpose, truly living intentionally. As a transformational life coach and facilitator, I'm also a mindset mentor, starting with my own mind. I help women get off of autopilot and make decisions that are right for them, especially in their businesses, because we build businesses thinking it's one thing, and then all of a sudden we're going crazy and wild, and it's really not aligned with what we wanted to do. So I'm looking forward to being a spotlight speaker next time. So thank you all for being here.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks for being here again. Always love having you. Let's go to Lynette.
Hello, everyone. I am Lynette Dawson. I spent almost 30 years in industry and as a small business owner, kind of an operations expert, and decided as I enter in kind of the next phase of life that I wanted to do something different. And so I recently went back, got my doctorate degree, and starting in the fall, I'll be teaching at the University of Tampa. And part of the reason I wanted to do this is that I really just wanted to help grow future business leaders. And so I still do some consulting on the side um, and just really am enjoying life and enjoying this new phase that I'm entering into.
Perfect. Well, welcome, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. And Lena, let's go to you.
Hello, everybody. I am still very knee-deep in a corporate career. I'm a communication executive for a Fortune 100 PNC carrier. I've been in the marketing, communications, and PR world for my whole career, currently leading a team of about 14 communications professionals, and we produce all kinds of content, long and short form articles, podcasts, videos, infographics, white papers, whatever the business may need. I have been a lifelong writer and journaler, participated in the recent book that Kathy's group released, Midlife Reimagined. So, hello, Susan and Erica. Nice to see you guys. And I am happy to share that I'm joining one of Kathy's next collaborations, Rooted in Resilience. So, currently working on my chapter there, and happy to share that Kathy has kindly relinquished me writing the foreword for that book too. So another challenge.
Perfect. Well, it's wonderful to have you here. And
Thank
yes,
you.
it's been fun working together. And we'll go over to Andrea, another one who's working on the Rooted in Resilience book.
Thanks, Kathy. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea. I'm a clinical nurse specialist and holistic health coach. I co-founded A&N Holistic Health with my twin sister, and we also co-host the Double Dose of Wellness podcast. And really, the base a lot of my work is after being a nurse for over 16 years and just seeing how the system fails women, especially when it comes to health research, approaches to health. So much of it is around putting a Band-Aid on a symptom and not looking at the root cause and looking at health as a whole. I love what I hear around recognizing, it's not just what's on our plate and movement, but stress, our beliefs, our identities, and that needs to be accounted for when it comes to supporting people with health plans and routines that actually stick and actually work and help them feel confident and enjoy life. And so that's the work that I do. I'm working with Kathy on Rooted in Resilience. This is a new project for me. I write poetry, so I self-published my first book a couple of years ago, Memories of Me, which is about grief and loss, which also something that needs to take into account with healing as well. So just very honored to meet you all and listen to all your stories. Thank you.
Perfect. And Andrea just happens to live only less than a mile away from me. So we haven't met in person yet, though. We really should do that.
Yes, definitely.
All right, let's go over to Nicole.
Hey, ladies. I'm grateful for all your smiling faces here. It's a nice way to break in the day. I'm Nicole Scheffler, sometimes known as the Tech Diva. My mission in life is to spark success in others by leading and serving. So I lead in corporate. I have a 20+ year career in tech. I lead for Cisco, our managed service offerings with 2 of our big consultancies. So it's an awesome responsibility and I love it so much. And then I love to spark success in others through service, through my women collection, the Tech Diva Success Collection. And I've been honored to be featured in a book with Kathy. So all of you doing it or have done it, if you've done it, you know. If you're about to do it, you're about to know. And if you haven't done it, you should know. Because Kathy is one of those people that puts her heart forward. She leans in. She's always supported me, and she'll support you. And that's the type of bond that I think we all have. And so thank you, Kathy, for bringing us all together, and great to see everyone here. Thanks for having me.
It's always wonderful to have you in the room. And yeah, Nicole's done 2 books with me, right? So we did the first STEM book, so that was Women Transforming the Landscape of Science and Tech. And then we did the Grit and Tenacity book.
Yeah. And then I have 6 total. So I have 6 best-selling books. Some with Kathy, have all kinds of experiences, and the one with Kathy was really great. So you're in good hands. And, just encourage you to put your work in the world like that. It's great, from poetry, all the diverse things that we do. It makes you like, over time, if you continue to do books, your message grows too, along with your journey. It's like a point in time. So I think that's really beautiful as well. If I look back, I even brought out the poet in me in a book, which I would never expect. So all good things in all good time. Thanks, everybody.
Very cool. Wonderful. And then we've got Joanne, who I just met yesterday.
Thank you, Kathy, for including me so quickly. I can't believe this group. I'm just overwhelmed with your credentials, your success, and all your great work in the world. So I'm really pleased to be here today. I'm Joanne Yepsen, and I live most of the year in upstate New York in a town or city called Saratoga Springs. I spend some months in the winter down in St. Pete Beach, Florida. So I like to think of myself as a snowbird, I guess. I am doing leadership coaching for future public service leaders, both with organizations and with individuals. And as a former politician, elected official, I'm really looking forward to sharing my wisdom and life experiences with those who I can help pay it forward with through one-on-one coaching, through workshops and retreats, and through public speaking. Thank you.
Perfect. Welcome. It's great to have you here. Let's go to Rachel.
Hi there, Kathy. I haven't met anybody on this event other than Hala, and that's how I found out about it, because it popped up on her feed. So I just jumped on.
Welcome.
And Mindy, I'm down the road from you in Gilbert, Arizona. So that's where I hail from. I'm a retired nurse and humanitarian aid worker. I spent 2 decades working in those fields and became an author and speaker, podcast host. And now I work with leaders that are clinicians, healers, authors, and anybody who has an impact on the world, because I believe that the person leading the room should not be the most depleted person in the room. So I work with them on those areas so that they don't lead from depletion, but they lead from a filled cup. So I'd love to connect with you ladies. I would love to have a lot of you on my podcast because you're totally up my alley. So let's connect.
Perfect. And yes, and definitely make sure that you're putting your contact information in the chat. And that's what I was thinking earlier too, that any of you that do have a podcast that you're looking for guests, then definitely put that contact information in the chat too, because I know pretty much everyone that I know in this room would love to be on podcasts. So let's connect in those ways too. Perfect. Let's go over to Edda.
Trying to unmute myself. Hi, everyone. My name is Ada Malave. I am currently living in Puerto Rico, and I'm a transformational grief coach, author, speaker, NLP master practitioner, and love to work with women and provide them with let them see their own strengths and confidence and help them develop, especially empty nesters. I like to work with those individuals mostly, but anyone dealing with any type of grief or loss, doesn't have to be a loss of a loved one. It could be loss of a job, health, a country, a job, relationships, a pet. So I do a lot of that, and I love to be on podcasts. So anybody's interested, I'll be there. I wrote a book with Kathy, 20 Shades of Grief. And I have my own book, Serenity After the Storm. It's a holistic guide on providing women on how to help themselves with grieving process. So And I've also co-authored some other books as well. And it's been exciting. I never thought I would write a book. All of a sudden, I had a bucket list and it said write a book. I'm like, what? That was in 2024. And now I'm down to my own book and 3 co-authored. And it's been exciting, interesting, and great to be here with you all. Thank you.
Perfect. It's wonderful to have you here. And yes, I would say my story is kind of similar to that too, that if you'd asked me 5 years ago if I saw myself getting into publishing and being a published author, I would have laughed at you back then. But since then, now I've contributed to 25 multi-author books, and 11 of those are mine. So the ones that I have brought the people together and brought it through the publishing process. So it has gone from something that was never on my radar to something that is my whole world. So definitely jump on in. Let's go over to Maggie.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I am so pleased to jump in here with the invitation from Sue Maitland. We met recently, and she said, I think you should show up here. And I feel like I've landed in a beautiful circle of empowered women, and that's my jam. I'm in Victoria, BC, and I've been a psychotherapist for 3 decades, working with ages 3 to 93, Indigenous communities, grief, trauma, loss, all the things. When I went to school 100 years ago, they said pick a lane, and I'm like, no, I want all the lanes. So I have loved all the lanes, but I am in my 3rd active life, so to speak, as Jane Fonda says, and I'm in this huge pivot. And I'm just, for the first time in for the last couple of years, really, I'm narrowing my focus to lift up the empowered women, the ones who are holding up the sky, the ones who are holding so much in their hands and their hearts. And I just feel like the empowered women are going to change the world, and they are fine, but like, how do they actually? There's so much here that is resonating with me to pour from a filled cup, right? And I call it being your own lighthouse, because the lighthouse has been my personal icon to do what I did for 3 decades. The lighthouse can't stop the storm. It can't rescue every vessel in need. It cannot tell that captain not to run into those rocks. It cannot change the wind. The lighthouse, anchored and rooted in self-worthiness, self-love, self-compassion, with healthy boundaries, to figure out where, to assess, like, okay, what now, and who am I now, and how do I want to stand, and how do I want to, and how do I cultivate and protect my light as the number one thing, because it is my number one resource for my wellness and everything else. And then the women take that out to the entire village, to their children, to their families, to their businesses, to their food, to their poetry, to their wherever they shine their light. And so that's my thing. Lighthouse circles for women online, and lighthouse retreats. And I'm doing one on Vancouver Island at the end of September called Reignite Yourself. And I would love to be a podcast guest. I've got a lot to say about mental health and wellness and joy medicine and love medicine and lighthouse medicine and all that stuff. So I'm so happy to be here. I want to know more about these books. I was just part of a book on co-collaboration with 7 authors that came together beautifully. I wrote a book about Grandmother Turtle, who wants us to take better care of ourselves, each other, and our planet. I don't know. I'm happy to be here, and I just kind of zoomed in, and I have a client at 1 o'clock, but wow, I'm paying attention. I'm awake.
Perfect. Well, we're so glad you were able to join us, and thanks, Sue, for connecting us. And yeah, Maggie, one of the new books that I'm just getting started is called Midlife Reignited.
Oh
So
my
that would
gosh,
fit right
you
with
got my
your
word in there.
whole reignite part.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Perfect. I
Thank
love
you,
it.
Sue,
Well,
for inviting me. Here I
yeah,
am.
yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I think the last one is Shobha. Are you able to speak? Oh, here she comes. Hey.
Yeah, here I am. Thank you for the invite, Kathy. I'm glad to be here. My name is Shobha Rao. And just like most of you, I'm also working with Kathy on a book. It's for women in STEM. I guess that's the book that we have. I'm writing a chapter. And I'm passionate about self-advocacy, where people speak up for themselves, especially for women, and also in general for everyone when it comes to healthcare. So those are 2 of my passionate subjects when it comes to self-advocacy. And my chapter in Kathy's book is, well, it's titled as Speak Up. No, that's what I was saying anyway. So I'm so glad to see all of you here. And I have been in the corporate world for 3 decades. I just retired from the corporate world 3-4 months back. Now fully a STEM person, but right now getting more into healthcare and other things, which also is another one of my passion, because I do have a background of facing a lot of health hurdles with a kidney transplant and 3 cancers. And I've written a book, in fact, about that as well, along with the one that I'm writing with Kathy. So I recently started a podcast called The Wellness Circuit. You can see the logo behind me right here. And and my podcast is all about people who have gone through some major health adversity and come through on the other side and are right now a coach or are just thriving in their life. So if you or anyone you know, if you have someone who has gone through some major health adversity, I would love to have you as a guest in my podcast as well. So please feel free to connect with me. You can find me in LinkedIn. I will post it right here. And then you can also find me at just shobarao.com, which is my website. Thank you, Kathy.
Perfect. Glad you were able to make it today. Good to see you. Wonderful, wonderful. So I think we've got everybody, right? Nobody I missed. Perfect. Well, does anyone have any questions or comments for anybody else in the room? I know it seems like we've got such a great chemistry of just so many overlaps and things. So it is wonderful to have you all joining us here. So
I just want to say, Kathy, that
Jen?
I just wanted to say that before I met Kathy, I did not know that writing a book or a chapter in a book was on my bucket list. So it was the bucket list item I did not know I had. I found it very cathartic, very helpful, and it was so good for me. And at the same point in time, I'm so happy that the outcome of it, along with all the amazing contributions of all these other wonderful women, goes to such a good cause. So, Kathy, I want to say thank you so much for all that you've done for us. And, meeting Kathy has fundamentally changed my life. So thank you.
Perfect. Wonderful. I love that. And yes, with all of my books, all of the Amazon proceeds get donated to a nonprofit group. And so with the book that we were just mentioning that's coming out next week, that's Lead Her Ship, Women Leading with Purpose. That one is being donated to a group called Ilamu Girls. And that is based out of Africa. And as Jen was saying earlier, they support young women to create an ability to work. So they help them learn how to be seamstresses and other things like that, so they can actually become independent and get away from all these relationships when they're getting married at the age of 10 and other abusive things that make them independent so that they don't have to be dependent on others like that. So yes, I'm excited with that one too. So Olga.
Yes, I have a question. First of all, Kathy, thank you for inviting me. Kathy, she came yesterday to my event. I appreciate you and meeting all your people. That's beautiful. I really wanted to meet with some of you, like people from corporate, because like Lena or Shaba, but some of your LinkedIn profiles, they are like a premium, and I'm not premium, and I cannot send you a contact or cannot send you a message. So I wanted kind of to bring it up because for you to leave some another method of connection. Otherwise, we just kind of missing each other because of that issue. I left a personal message and you probably missed it as well. So that's why what I really want to speak to a couple of people from corporate. So please just check my information. But thank you so much. It's a wonderful group. And I'm definitely going to be here next time. Thank you.
Perfect. We're glad you're able to make it. Susan.
I was wondering, is the chat going to be, like, can I access it after the hour?
That's a very good question. I can see if I can save it on a link. Has anyone ever done that before? Save the chat to send to people? I know there's
Yeah,
Susan.
there's three dots at the top, and you can just click it and hit Save Chat.
Yeah, you
Right,
can do
right where
that
it says
yourself.
Women's with
Yeah.
an Impact Collective.
I see three dots, but it says more. That's not it, right?
At
You
the
said three
very
green dots.
top of the chat. Yeah, it says more when you hover over it. And then when you click into it, the top option is Save Chat.
Oh, so then where do I retrieve it? Like
It
later?
opens up a little thing at the bottom, and you can click a button, like right at the bottom where you would write a chat, and it'll say Show in Folder.
Oh, is that what I have to go to the more again, maybe?
No, go ahead and click those three dots again.
I
Save
did.
and then do it one more time, and then go look
Okay.
at the bottom of the chat, and it'll pop up and it'll say Show in Folder.
I clicked on Save Chat.
Okay, then look down. It goes away, so that's why I was
Do you
having to
have
do
the
it
chat
again.
open, Susan?
I do. I see the chat.
At the bottom of it, do you see Show in Folder?
No.
Do you see a folder? Are you using Mac?
Yeah.
Okay. All the way where you see participant chat, this is on your own computer, not on the Zoom. There should be a blue folder. If you don't see that, you can go to Finder.
Okay. Go
Okay.
do that now. Finder. I got Finder.
Okay. Now, do you have a folder called Zoom?
I should, right?
Right. If you have a folder on Zoom, it'll be in your Zoom folder, and it'll be the last one on that.
Zoom folder.
Perfect. So a lesson in
Would it be
math.
under more? No, it's not under more.
Maybe we'll let Hala connect with you later and you guys can, the
Yeah.
Mac people can, but click that save and then it's getting saved
did
and
the
then
save, so
finding
it's
it.
saved somewhere.
You can figure out how to find it later.
I
So
can
perfect.
also email you the chat. Just connect with me on LinkedIn and remind me to do that.
Okay.
Because I am heading out after this call, but I'll get back with
Okay.
you.
Got it.
Perfect. Thank you, Hala. Lynn.
Well, I just want to say I had no idea what I was walking into today, and this was fabulous. And as someone who is about to launch a collaborative book with Kathy inside the Wise Women Collective, I want all of you to come and tell everyone inside Wise Women Collective about your fabulous experiences, because I was just the whole day, I was like, oh, I want her to come say that. Oh, I want her to come say that. It was just like, oh my gosh, so incredible to meet all of you. And I just, Kathy and I met 5 or 6 years ago when she was not doing this. And then we reconnected recently, and Kathy, just so excited for the impact that this work you're doing is having, and so excited for the connection of this beautiful circle of women. So you're all invited to Wise Women Collective. It's totally free. You can't spend money there if you try. So just come and help us get people excited about Kathy's project there too, please.
Lynn, do you want to put the Facebook link to your group?
Yeah, I put it,
people
but
can-
I'll put it by itself. Yeah.
Yeah. Put that in there, and then people can join your group and come see what we're all about. And it's funny, like she was saying that we connected 5 years ago, and then we kind of lost touch with each other, and then we've just kind of reconnected and bonded like this.
Yes, like instant. So fun.
Perfect. Anyone else have any comments, or anyone got any events coming up you'd like everyone to know about?
I just want to mention that it's addictive.
The books?
Yeah, to write in your books, because my first one, which is Midlife Reimagined, I'm a math major, so I didn't know if I was left-brained. So I said, let me just see if I can write. So I did that first one. Well, now I've done 2, now I've done 3, now I've done 4. It's addictive.
Come on back, we got more.
And then Times Square. Oh God.
That's right. That's right. And a few of the ladies here, that's one of the things that I've been doing with my books lately is taking my authors to New York City and having billboards in Times Square. So
Yeah.
when we went in March, let's see, so Jennifer was there,
And in
Susan
November.
was there.
Yeah.
I think that's the only ones
So
in the
much
room that were there in person, but yeah, that was exciting. So we're going back again October 2nd. So
Yeah,
all of my authors are welcome to join us there too. So
I
don't
know.
miss that one. Olga?
It's a good
Yes,
addiction.
as soon as you open a Pandora box about the events, so I can talk for hours about events, but the most important event is on 14th of July about frequency reset. And this is, ladies, I'm just giving a tons of practical tools how to save your energy, how to get more energy, because when we talk about frequency, people think, what the heck it is? And so I want to tell you, this is our energy level. And my information on the chat, but if you remember, getsparktoday.com, getsparktoday.com, it will be the best 90 minutes spent. It's a 90 minutes event. I appreciate you because I want everybody to know it's in our hand. God gave us everything for our well-being, and we rely on meds. So we just need to turn around and start to use our natural power.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah, I definitely encourage everyone to go to Olga's event. I went to one of her events yesterday and it was very informative and a wonderful group that she brought together there too. So any other events we should know about or podcasters who are looking for guests? Hannah?
Yes, thank you. I put it in the chat. All the details are there. I created the first experience event, and that is what's happening on August 17, 18, 19. I'll make it short. The details are there, and I would love to have you there. Thank you.
Perfect. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. All right. Anybody else? Last minute, so I can give you a couple minutes back in your day. Perfect. Well, thank you all for coming out. It's always wonderful to bring these amazing groups together. So the next event that we've got coming up, let me see. So it's the second Thursday every month and the fourth Wednesday every month. So the next one we've got coming up will be July 9th. So make sure you're registered for that one too. Look forward to seeing you there. So thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Kathy. Bye, everyone.
everybody.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.